All right, everybody. JC here. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday evening. I'm about to go pick up my wife from the restaurant and bring her home. So we'll just see how Tesla FSD version 12.5.6.4 does. Here we go. And we're off. A little bit of a rainy day here in the Houston area. It's about 9:45 in the evening. We had rain pretty much all day. It seems to have let up a bit, but obviously still have a lot of water on the roads. But Tesla FSD does really good in inclement weather. Not as inclement as it was maybe about 2 hours ago. But like I said, you see it's kind of darting around, trying to avoid the big puddles. So yeah, not a long drive tonight. Probably about 15 to 20 minutes to get there. Same coming back. Going to Atascocita, where the family restaurant and boba shop is located. All right, four-way stop. No other traffic, so handled that well, but not a lot to deal with. Get our left blinker on, get over into the left turning lane behind this white truck. Got a Chevy Silverado. Assuming that's a Silverado, yeah. Not the Cheyenne. Those have been discontinued, I believe. Actually, I think I said Saturday evening. It's Friday evening. Sorry about that. I don't know why I said Saturday evening. Apologies, folks. I was just thinking about that. I was like, Saturday evening? I think it's Friday. Got to remember, I'm retired. So sometimes these the days blend together for me. But yeah, today's Friday. Sorry about that. Happy Friday evening. Having a good start to your weekends. But be safe out there. Especially if you're here in the Houston area. As you can see, the rain's let up, but it's still, the roads are very, very wet. So just drive a little slower. Be a little more cautious. Okay, here we go. Make our left turn. Nice and tight, very smooth. Took it a little bit slower, but that makes sense with the rain and the wet roads. So a little bit slower than I've normally seen those left turns. But again, just like I was saying to all of y'all, FSD was listening to me. Just took it a mile or two per hour slower. Now, as far as speed selection, we are in a 45 mile per hour zone and we're going 39. So we're going a bit slower than we need to, but again, with the wet roads, I'm not too mad at that. Not a lot of traffic around us. We got a few cars behind us, but they're all going about the same speed. Well, I stand corrected. they are not all going about the same speed. The ones behind me are, but not that guy. But in fairness to him, he's going 45 in a 45. Now we're going 40 in a 45. So a little slower than we need to here. All right, we're gonna move over to the right lane. I'd like to say that's to get it, well, there's nobody to get out of the way of now. There's nobody behind us. Yeah, I guess you could say we were getting over into the slower lane, but we also have to turn right up here at Westlake Houston Parkway, so not really sure if that's exactly what it was doing. All right, put our right blinker on, get over into the right turning lane. That was a little bit more of a sudden stop than we needed. I mean, we needed to stop, but that was a bit more sudden than was necessary. That was not a smooth stop. Did what it needed to do, kept us safe, but was not the most comfortable stop I've ever had with FSD. All right, now we're on Westlake Houston Parkway. We are in a 40 mile per hour zone and we are going 36. So again, we seem to be going about 4 or 5 miles per hour slower than the speed limit right now, which probably partly due to the wet roads and the conditions. We also don't have a lot of traffic around us, so it'd be interesting to see if we had traffic right beside us or in front of us, if we would be traveling any different. But now we're going 38 and a 40. I'm pretty comfortable with 37, 38 right now with these wet roads. They're going much faster than 40. All right. We're about 150 yards away from Kingwood Drive. Come up to that stoplight. Pretty Christmas lights to the left. Nice smooth stop there. Sip of my drink here. All right, got the green light. Excuse me. Ooh, that white car right there that's turning right. That was pretty close right there. Yeah, you got to drive cautiously. Rain coming down from the trees overhanging Westlake Houston Parkway. All right, we are in a 40 mile per hour speed limit. Well, now it's 45. So we're in a 45 mile per hour speed zone and we're going 38. So again, it's going slower than we need to. And I get it, some of it is because of the wet roads, and like I said, I'm fine with that, but I'm not so sure we need to be going 39 in a 45 even with wet roads. But now we're starting to pick up a little bit of speed. 41 in a 45. Yeah, you can see the traffic. They're staying with the speed limit. They may be going a little bit north of the speed limit, but again, they can do that. So I'm not sure why we're not picking up speed right now. And if we're not picking up speed, you should probably try to get over in the right lane. Not that this, I mean, this is not one of those roads that has a passing lane, but from a courtesy perspective, if you're going to go 41 and a 45, probably ought to get over to the right. And we're not doing that. So from a nuance perspective, that's something that I would have liked to seen, is either pick up the speed a little bit, or if because of the wet roads we shouldn't be picking up the speed, because I don't want to second guess the system on that, at least get over to the right. All right, starting to pick up a little bit more speed. Yeah, I think it's that stretch of road right there, because look at this, now we're 44 to 45, so we're close, we're basically going the speed limit. But that stretch of Westlake Houston Parkway before the bridge, just, it does not like to go the speed limit there. Now we're going 46 and a 45, so we're good to go, but I would still like to see us be in the right lane if we're not going to be staying up with traffic. And I'm fine with it not staying up with traffic with wet roads, but I would think you'd want to be in the rightmost lane. Again, I'm obviously talking about very subtle, nuanced things right now, not getting you from A to B safely. It's obviously doing that excellently. And now we're going, well, we got cars in front of us, but we were going 43 and a 40. So it's very comfortable in this stretch right here. That stretch back there, a couple of miles, it's always done that. It's always gone about 4 or 5 miles per hour below the speed limit for about a good 2-mile stretch there. And then it gets comfortable right in here. You see, we're going 40 and a 40, so we're back to going the speed limit. All right, coming up to a stoplight. Turn green for us. That looks like one of those old Trailways buses. windshield wipers are doing a good job of not going crazy. They're doing exactly what they need to provide the supervisor, myself, with pretty good vision. But it's also not just going crazy. All right, coming up to the stoplight here at FM 1960. Coming to a nice slow stop. Very good, very good. Now, all the stops except for that one at the intersection of North Park and Westlake Houston Parkway, other than that one, all of the stops have been nice and smooth. That one at the corner of North Park and Westlake Houston Parkway, that was not smooth. Like I said, no issues, but just from a comfort perspective, just not the most comfortable stop, especially with wet roads. Harris County Precinct 3. Oh, so I think the bus next, I don't know. I don't think that's a prisoner bus. Hard to tell. Got a little bit of drizzle as we're coming through this area. About another 3/4 of a mile, and we will take a right turn onto Will Clayton Parkway. So I expect us to start getting over in the right lane here fairly soon. Maybe after this light. One thing about Tesla FSD is it does not burden itself with getting over into the right lane or left lane if that's where you need to be turning very quickly. So depending on your preference, I'm in the hurry mode, as I've mentioned in previous videos, and you'll, oh man, they fishtailed. Y'all, I don't know if y'all saw that. That's why you don't want to pull out too quick. I think that's a Camaro right there, but man, they fishtailed. We're over in the right lane. Take a right turn up here at the traffic light. Nice smooth turn, very good. Tight, stayed in the turning lane. Did not get over into the other lane. Perfect. Maintain good speed. All right. Thought about it for a second there. We are in the parking lot of the restaurant. Let's see what it does. Wow. I thought it was just going to stop there for a second, and it went ahead and parked us. Awesome. Again, not the greatest parking job in the world. I would definitely need to redo this, but it's kind of interesting there. It didn't take the greatest angle in the world, stopped for a second, and then went ahead and figured out it had enough of an angle. It could have, had it gone to the left a little bit more, just a skosh more, it could have parked perfectly. So, all right. Well, I'm going to repark, pick up my wife, and then we'll be heading on back to the casa, and we'll have her in the car. All right. Talk to y'all in a little bit. Bye. You ready?
Yep.
Too far back for you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. How's the boat shop today?
It's okay. It's okay.
Who's that? Oh.
She's a blabbermouth.
Oh, well, hey, she was in my Tesla about a week ago.
Uh-huh.
Man, she was
Yapping
going
away,
yapping
huh?
away a mile a minute. A mile a minute.
How much
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm just gonna say 140.
For what?
My weight. I think I'm less than that, but I haven't weighed myself, so I'm just guesstimating.
Oh. What do you need it for?
I don't know. Justin asked.
Justin asked what your weight is?
Height and weight. His fiance asked.
Oh, probably because you're going to get fitted for like a bridesmaid. A what?
The aoyai.
The
traditional
aoyai.
Vietnamese.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't want to go buy one. I kind of want to rent one because it's like a one-time use anyways.
Yeah. Wouldn't most people rent them, or did most people buy them?
Most people buy them.
Because you go to so many damn weddings anyway.
I don't.
Yeah, that's what she's asking for. So so they're going to have the tea ceremony for pretty soon, like in February.
It's an engagement party.
Oh, okay.
It's different. Yes. The wedding, they won't know until after Justin's done with his air traffic school.
Gotcha. So when's he going to air traffic school?
March 1st.
March 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So he's but at least he's got it set that he's here till March 1st.
Yeah, they actually wanted him to start 1/1, but because he had that Hawaii trip where he was gonna propose, but since he got accepted in, they expedited it, and then so
he is going before March 1st then.
No, I'm sorry. He was supposed to start January 1st.
Right.
And then he pushed it back to March 1st. Asked if they could do a late start since he had a Hawaii trip.
Gotcha. Okay,
planned.
So he was going to start his training January 1st. Now he's not going to start until March 1st.
Yes.
Gotcha. When's their Hawaii trip?
Sometime in February, but he can't do that now because their engagement is February 1st because that lies in between I think Chinese New Year this year is January 31st.
Okay.
To February 1st, and since all of Peter's...
That's a quick January 31st to February 1st?
No, it's one of those dates. I don't know.
Oh, that's when it starts.
Because it's the way some people talk a lunar calendar and whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, since Peter's brothers are already going to be here for Chinese New Year, he thought it was best if they did the engagement on that day, on February 1st, so
gotcha.
that way everyone's here and they don't have to make multiple trips.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
didn't know whether you could combine those things or not.
What?
Like, I thought, well, not that I thought, like you can combine like something personal like an engagement with Chinese New Year.
You can if the date's right. If it matches your, what do you call that? Your stars, I guess. You know, like your signs. If both your signs match with the lunar calendar or moon or whatever it is.
Gotcha.
Then, yeah, you can. But they're not, I don't think they're looking at the, because most Vietnamese people will like go to a monk and try to find a good date.
Make sure their moons are aligned?
Yes.
And not moon each other?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think they're doing that.
Oh. Got to make sure them moons are aligned, baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you eat the rice plate?
I did. It was good. Where'd you get that from?
Down the street down there.
Oh, it was nice. It was good.
Yeah, Pho Dang was packed and Sin didn't want to wait. And then he wanted to go to V Bistro, and I was like, ugh. I don't really like
Sin
that
did?
place. Yeah. Well,
Which one is that?
The street. Huh? V Bistro?
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that place. But Pho Dang was packed. You know,
Pho Dang's good. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was packed on 1960.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get packed.
Yeah. Well, we went during lunchtime. It was till 12:30. So.
And it's on a Friday. Yeah, that place is gonna be packed at lunchtime on a Friday.
I was like, well, there's one by the boba shop that's decent, and I know it ain't gonna be packed.
Well, that in and of itself makes it sound like it usually isn't decent. Then that's
no, it's decent. I mean, if you think about it, right? Pho Dang, you have a lot more corporate and like businesses that people leave for lunch that'll come.
Because it's right on 1960.
This one's like 1960, but it's like plaza, kind of like the same plaza I'm in type.
Yeah,
deal.
so it's more neighborhoods.
Yeah, so it's not more.
You don't
like
get a lot of business traffic there.
No, but I'm hoping when that Kelly Sibo will open up, I might, maybe.
Well,
So
I thought, why would you care about like that place? When is it opening up?
I don't know.
Kelsey Sibo. So you aren't going to sell them?
No, I am.
Okay, so.
But in the meantime, I still need to try to figure out how to get my revenue up. Just because I'm selling doesn't mean I don't.
Right, but is Kelsey Sibo going to be open that soon?
The building's already up. I don't know about interior. I gotta see when they're. But I'm trying to make that like a selling point.
Gotcha.
Because I rolled out my weekly special, so it's like combos, right? Like you get a drink. No, you get like let's say today was our chicken banh mi special combo. So you get a chicken banh mi, a bag of chip, and a can of
That's
soda.
my favorite is your chicken banh mi. Those things are delicioso.
So, that's my Friday special.
Oh, is that Friday special?
Yeah.
Banh mi's?
Yes. And then Tuesdays, like a chili cheese dog, bag of fries, and a can of soda. Wednesdays, Spam fried rice.
Spam fried rice.
Yes, egg roll and a can of soda. Like
how much of that Spam fried rice do y'all sell?
I haven't sold it yet. I'm rolling it out. So
wondering
we'll
why.
out. I haven't advertised it. I just rolled out my menu this week.
That might. I'm gonna be honest with you, baby. I know in Asian culture, Spam has a pretty good I'm not sure most folks around here when they think of Spam.
So I've been selling Spam musubi.
Okay.
And it's been killing it.
Okay, well I stand corrected.
So
I don't know. I grew up with Spam, baby. That was like if everything went to hell in a handbasket.
Correct.
You get that little spoon out and roll the top off of the Spam.
Correct.
Because it could last a nuclear fallout.
Correct. But people love the Spam musubi.
Okay, well, I stand corrected.
Like, those are hotcakes. My mom was yelling at me too when I rolled it out. She was like, you keep freaking rolling out these stupid stuff. You don't even know if it sells. And then the next day she's like, oh my God, too, it sells so good. I was like,
so she said you were right.
Yes, in a sense.
In a sense. As much as she's ever going to tell you you're right?
Yeah.
Indirectly?
Yes.
How's she doing, by the way?
She's good. She went off on me today because she thought it was Saturday.
I thought it was Saturday earlier.
I was like, it's Friday.
Yep. Well, dang. Why you went off on her because she got the
I didn't go off on her. She went off on me.
Oh,
she was like, you're supposed to take me to the doctor today. Why didn't you take me to the doctor? You know I have an eye doctor. I was like, it's tomorrow. She's like, no, it's today. I was like, no, tomorrow, Saturday. She goes, today is Saturday. I was like, no. Today's Friday. She's like, no, it's not. I was like, yes, it is. Like, we're going back and forth. No wonder. I was like, when I walked
all she got to do is check her phone.
Then she tells Eddie she needs a calendar, and Eddie's like, why? You have a phone, just check your phone. She's like, I'm lazy, Eddie. Well, okay.
Which Eddie?
My employee Eddie.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the Eddie back in Long Beach.
No.
Nope.
No wonder where I walked in today. I was like, how come you didn't make that much donuts? She was like, I just cut it back 4 pounds. I was like, okay. And then she was like, oh, what's up with this? Sometimes you open at 7, sometimes you open at 8, sometimes you open at 9. I don't know what time you want to open. I was like, that's so weird, right? That's because she thought it was Saturday, and I showed up early, quote unquote, for a Saturday, because we opened at 9 on Saturday, and I was there at 6:45.
Yeah, which
then
would be early for a Saturday.
Yes,
but late for a Friday.
Yes, I was like, it makes.
So either way, she was going to yell at you.
For what? I was actually on time. We open at 7 on the weekdays.
How's Charles doing?
He's fine.
Yes. And the kids?
Fine. I think Annabelle has a little boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but the kid is sweet.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he literally, okay, so he lives in the same neighborhood as Annabelle, right? And I literally go past his house every time. And the only reason why I know is because I dropped him off the other day. And I was like, oh, I pass your house every morning when I come pick up Annabelle. But he would literally walk home. And he lives in Walden, okay? He walks home.
Which is the same place as
Annabelle. He's only like 3 blocks away from our house. So he walks home from Atascocita High School. He's a freshman. And then he drops off his stuff, and then he walks back to Sweet Escape and sits there and wait for Annabelle.
Dang. And why doesn't he just go straight to the Sweet Escape? Why does he walk all the way home and then come back to Sweet Escape?
I don't know. Because she doesn't get off till 4 anyway.
Oh.
So, like, he has...
What grade is Annabelle in? 7th?
8th.
8th grade.
Yeah.
So he's a 9th grader, she's an 8th grader.
Yes.
Okay.
So then he walks home, then he comes home and sits all day. And then on Monday and Wednesday, Annabelle has practice, right? So you see her before she goes to practice or whatever, and then he'll just sit there and wait for her.
Well, that's cute.
Until she comes back from practice.
That's nice of him to do
and then
that.
Even on
so
days,
he's smitten with her.
Yes, and then on days when she doesn't show up, because he doesn't know if she's going to be there or not, he'll just sit there and wait.
Oh, that's sweet.
All night.
Well, good for her. Good for him.
Like,
good for him.
Yeah.
Well, she's got somebody that likes her. That's.
Annabelle has a lot of people who likes her.
Well, then she better be careful. Don't be going, doing.
I know.
Doing the mean girl stuff.
Yeah.
You talk to her about that?
Yeah. So I was like, Annabelle, how do you even meet Jay? She was like, I don't know. I was just sitting there behind the counter minding my own business. And he comes.
What's his name? Jay?
Jay. Yeah. And he comes up to me, and he comes up to me. He was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna buy anything. I just wanted to tell you look pretty today." She's like, "Okay."
That's mean.
What? What's mean? The kid literally went up there, and Annabelle got up as if like to ring him up, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna buy something right now. I just want to tell you look pretty."
Oh, never mind. Yes. I misunderstood.
Yeah. Like,
my bad.
Yes. And I guess ever since then, he was just like,
Well, it must have worked. She's going out with him.
No, I don't think she's going out with him.
But what are they doing? Well, I don't understand what. Okay, they're just they're just hanging out.
Yes, but I wouldn't be surprised if shortly, like he probably asked her to be his.
To go steady or whatever the terminology is today.
Yeah.
I got you. So they're just he's trying to. He's working his ass off right now to try to get her to go out with him.
Yes, and then so like earlier this week we were closing because he stays all the way till closing,
Dang.
Right? And I was like, Jake, I was like, does your parents know where you're at? He goes, yes. I go, do they ask you why you're here? Like, do they ask you why you're here all the time so late? I was like, are they worried about you coming home late or whatever? He goes, no, I tell them where I'm at, and as long as I go home, I'm fine. I'm like, okay.
Does he at least like do his homework at the boba shop and get
I'll see
like
him
that?
sometimes sitting in the corner. And then I was like, because he plays football, so he has to keep his grades up.
Oh, good for him.
And then I was like, knowing damn well what the answer was going to be, I was like, so why are you here? Why are you always at Sweetscape?
Was he honest with you?
Yeah. He was like this. Because he was sitting behind Annabelle. He was like, and I was like,
hey.
I was like, so what, do you like Annabelle or something?
Uh-oh. You said that in front of her?
Yeah. But look, this is the cute thing, right? So he was like quiet. I don't know if he said something or not, but he was pretty quiet. And Annabelle gave me like the death stare, right? And I was like,
of course
what?
she did.
I was like, what? I was like, you're here.
Because you embarrassed her.
No, I didn't. So then we finally get to his house, right? And he gets out and he's like skipping to his door. And Annabelle's like, why is he walking like that? I was like, oh, that kid is.
It's funny.
Has it bad for her.
Well, hopefully Annabelle doesn't take advantage of that.
Would be all mean.
Yeah, be all mean. 'Cause she's got a little side to her.
Mm-hmm.
She can be ornery.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was going to be staying with us for a while. Or did that all work itself out?
I think she calmed down.
She did? Okay, good. Yeah, I know. You told me she was having a little bit of issue with her daddy. But good, that all got worked out.
Didn't Nee ask you for a ride tomorrow?
Yes, I'll be taking Nee to Hobby, I guess. At 6 or I'll have to check my phone when I get home. But
In the morning?
no, at night. I'm assuming it's not in the morning. I'm assuming it's at night. I'll check my phone again. I thought it was like 6 p.m. I'll check. You got me scared now. I'll check my phone to see if it's 6 in the morning. I'm maybe like, I don't know. I just glanced at. She asked if I could take her to the airport tomorrow at 6, and I was assuming that was in the evening. Oh, even if it's in the morning, I'll take her.
Must be nice. Did my car registration renewal come in?
I can check. I think it has. I'll check my.
I got the inspection, so if you pass it over to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. So I'll give that over to you.
Great. I'll pay for it tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. So how was the drive?
Good.
We didn't even talk about it. Just was smooth.
Yeah.
Well, that's the best kind of drive where you don't even have to talk about it, huh?
Right? I was just thinking too when we were at that corner. I was just like, I forgot it was on self-driving mode.
Yeah, so you literally forgot this thing was self-driving most of the time, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, I have not touched a thing, baby doll.
I don't know.
You're being driven by a robot. Well, that didn't sound right.
It's the new you.
It's the new me. It's my replacement. I'm actually training my replacement right now. Well, just keep me a place in the backyard.
Alrighty. Man, I have not. I wonder if someone picked up socks.
Oh, I don't know what the hell happened to socks. I haven't seen socks in a couple of months. I tell you, I think she got into it with one of them possums. Because cats will fight. I mean, cats are like serial killers, right? They'll go at it. They're not going to back down. But possums are tough. They're tough too. So when I saw that big old possum coming around, I was like, I think that's probably what happened to socks, unfortunately. I mean, it sucks to say that, but I mean,
You bring the trash out?
I will.
Great.
This. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Bam.